If you're pitching products within the first 5 minutes of meeting with a client or prospect, you're not selling, you're guessing. One of the most common complaints we hear about sales reps is they come in to pitch. They don't do discovery. They don't ask questions. So I'm going to turn this all the way around in terms of, with 35 years of training people and over 50,000 sales reps I've worked with, here's what works best. We call it the consultative approach. Now, let me just share with you. I learned this a long time ago, 30 years ago, and applied it right away. And what I found is both with my prospects and my clients, we actually had more conversations. I never pitched a product. And what I learned is I can discover and ask really good questions about their business, about the challenges they're facing. What are the opportunities? What are the goals? Now, keep in mind, this is not an interrogation, right? I don't go in and say, Jimmy, I have 27 questions I would like to ask you, because it's a, Neil, I don't have time. However, keep them up here. The goal is really to learn as much as you can, to discover, right? That's called the discovery phase. And for the people I know, and these are top salespeople, they are great at discovery and then feeding it back and saying, Beverly, if I understood you correctly, these three things are what are impacting your business right now that you'd like to overcome so you can get from where you are now to here in the next 12 months. Is that accurate? You see, in the discovery phase, the best salespeople are really good listeners. And you've heard me talk about this before. The two words listen and silent have the same exact letters. They're just rearranged. So we cannot listen unless we're silent. So you ask a question and then you simply listen. Maybe you feedback to dive a little deeper to make sure you thoroughly understand. But that creates such trust. And isn't that what we're trying to develop? We're developing that trust and showing that we are here for them. It's not about me. If it doesn't help the client, there's no reason to sell anything, right? This is all about the client's outcome. How can we come in as the go-to person who says, no matter what you have as issues, either I have a solution for that, and if I don't, I have colleagues at other companies that can help you tremendously. But wait, you're thinking, I don't want to give business away. Remember your role. You're not a sales rep. You're a trusted consultant. And maybe you don't have everything that client or prospect needs as a solution. When you can refer them or introduce them to a colleague that you trust, you know has integrity, when you can refer them to at least get this solution taken care of, you gain incredible integrity and trust. Because now they're looking at you as somebody who truly cares about them. Whether you get credit or commission or not, you truly care about them. I've had to do that, wow, maybe I've had 30,000 clients over the years. I've had to give them away to another colleague. And you know what? They do come back to me when they know I have what they need. Isn't that easy? You know, the high pressure of trying to make quota and jamming products every time you go in, all that goes away. Because now you separate yourself from the pack. There's a reason salespeople are in the top 10%. Because they don't do what the other 90% do. They take their time. They really listen. They pay attention. So really, that is what the whole consultative process is about. It's not about selling anything. It's providing solutions and being that trusted consultant that makes things happen. Now, if you click on a link down below, I'll gladly share some of the best 20 questions I've used over the years and from some of my other clients about discovery. And when you can start applying that, it really gets much easier. And like I mentioned about 3 minutes ago, not 3 months ago, 3 minutes ago, this is not about interrogation. It's because you're curious. And for the salespeople who are curious, they want to learn. And especially seasoned pros like us who've been doing this a long time, we can handle just about any question they give back to us. Now, that also ties into objections. So jot this down. I'm going to encourage you to work with a colleague or colleagues or your sales manager on making a list of the most common objections, because they come up. It's part of sales. And the best discovery questions for your industry, for your clients. And if you need help with that, let me know, because I've been doing this a while and I love doing it. When you can come prepared to answer intelligently and calmly any objection they have, now the sale moves forward, because they will have concerns. And when you can have some really ideal questions to probe and to learn more about their business and the challenges and the opportunities, now you get something really solid. When I applied this consultative approach in, let's say, 1996, over the next 5 years, I brought in $1 billion in sales for my clients, which means I had $1 billion in sales. Before that, I was doing really well in sales. I was #1 in the country out of 38 sales reps. But this consultative approach, this was a game changer. So I'm developing an online course, and you'll have access to it probably another month or so, that you're welcome to sign in for and learn more about the consultative approach. I've been teaching it for 30 years, and I've lived it, and I am a raving fan of it. And I want to help you not only boost your sales, but more importantly, strengthen the relationships with your clients and get off to a really fast start with your prospects. Thanks so much. More to come.